This is KGW News at Sunrise.
We begin with a lot happening this morning in the weather department. It is raining all across our area. There's snow covering the Cascade passes, and there are flooding concerns in the valley. Rod Hill has a look at our wet weekend coming up. Plus,
taking away our winter break isn't an option. Folks have plans, have to decide whether to stay or go.
Well, that student may not agree with the plan, but taking away the first week of winter break is the option that Portland Public Schools are going with as the district starts to make up days lost during the strike. We'll hear from parents who weighed in on that decision and why the district says it is still the best option available.
What is good, everyone? We are here in Las Vegas in front of Allegiant Stadium. The scene is set just a few hours away from kickoff. The Ducks and Huskies Pac-12 championship game with so much on the line.
It is a Friday morning here on the Sunrise Show, and yes, Orlando Sanchez is giving us all the coverage on Ducks versus Huskies coming up here at 5:15. But you mentioned right off the top, weather is our big headline today. Get busy, my friend.
It was strange that Orlando wasn't wearing a raincoat.
There's a bit of a difference in mileage.
Well, what's going on? All right, I want to start. Let's get serious. Temperatures in the gorge right where we thought they would be this morning. 30 in the Dalles, 30 degrees in Hood River. Snow started sticking, or at least falling out there the latter part of yesterday afternoon as the sun was going down. And Chris, you can see the snow on the radar. Chris is going to have more on travel conditions on 84 coming up. As Christine and Drew mentioned, it's just all steady rain. The back end of the steady rain is now starting to approach the coast. Raindrops falling over downtown Portland. We're at 40. The temperatures went up last night as we thought they would as well. So this is a rainy day. Now the wettest part of our day right now. We expect to have breaks in the rain this afternoon, 45 at noon, 49 maybe 50 for a high. Now here is Chris McGinnis.
All right, Rod, setting the table here on the roads. We take you up into the Cascades. It is snow. This is live at Government Camp. All the Cascade passes under winter storm warnings today. You need traction tires to get up and over them. We have snow in the gorge, as Rod mentioned. This was expected. This is the camera out at Cascade Locks. The temperature 32 degrees, and you can plainly see snow cover on Interstate 84 in Cascade Locks. We'll bring in a little closer. Photojournalist Eric Patterson live behind the wheel of Drive 8 heading east of Troutdale on I-84. He's going to let us know exactly where he encounters the rain snow line and when it starts getting a little dicey out there. We'll certainly keep you posted on that. And then in the metro area, just lots of road spray. Look at the road spray on the roads here. Plenty of rain, but so far, no crashes, no unexpected delays on the local freeways. Guys?
Yeah, crossing my fingers. Okay, thanks, Chris. To our top news story this half hour, Portland Public Schools confirmed it is cutting this month's winter break in half to start making up missed school days during the teachers' strike. But as Catherine Cook found, that is not the plan some students and their families preferred.
It's the first week back to school for PPS kids since the nearly month-long teachers' strike. Students missed 11 days in the classroom. On Thursday, the district confirmed they'll recoup 5 of those days by cutting students' winter break in half.
Now the kids won't be home until the 23rd, so we have barely any time before the holiday.
At Ida B. Wells High School, many parents like Joy Franz were frustrated.
We have family flying in from the Midwest the weekend before, so we're missing several days of what could have been fun day-to-day excursions. We were hoping to go to the beach. We're probably not going to do that anymore.
Others expressed resignation.
We would have to make it up somewhere, so better winter break than summer vacation.
Still others were sorting through new information, Chance Darning among them.
I saw something this morning that they're gonna give one day back and take away Martin Luther King Day or something like that. And it just seems like that they didn't really think that through.
That last idea was on the table, one of several brought forth by students.
These are the options PPS students would prefer instead of our winter break being cut.
McDaniel Jr. Jorge Sanchez Bautista organized a student survey asking about winter break. He told the school board Tuesday night about 5,000 students responded with their ideas, including adding a week of school in June or lengthening school days.
Taking away our winter break isn't an option. Folks have plans, have to decide whether to stay or go. Having school during a time when the majority of everyone is busy is just a waste of classroom time. Others have to work, such as myself, because we need income.
District officials explained adding more days in June would only extend spring semester classes, not recoup lost time from fall semester. Which brings us back to winter break. December 18th through the 22nd, there's school days now. on the calendar.
As it stands, I think that half the kids aren't even going to show up.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.
So after winter break, the district will still need to recoup 6 more strike days. They've scheduled them for one in January, another in February, and still another in April. Then 3 more days at the end of the school year, June 12th through 14th.
Teachers in Beaverton, Salem, Hillsborough, and other districts are also wanting some of the same things that the Portland Teachers Union bargained for last month. So higher wages are one, smaller class sizes being another. The head of the Beaverton Teachers Union told us smaller classes simply provide a better learning environment for students. Meanwhile, the superintendent of Salem-Keizer School District says her schools are still faced with a major budget shortfall. She says the plan to deal with that is to cut $30 million from the budget, including $30,000 from her salary. We spoke to a labor expert from the University of Oregon who told us one of the biggest complaints from educators right now is a lack of support.
The biggest issue is that I hear of is that people feel like they can't do the job that they got into this profession for.
Oregon Governor Tina Kotek says she plans to address the state's education budget during the 2025 legislative cycle.
To Southwest Washington now, where PeaceHealth reached a deal with more than 1,700 workers earlier this week. The union says the deal includes the largest raises ever for its workers. This is video from back in October when employees from technical, lab to maintenance workers went on a week-long strike. It forced PeaceHealth to bring in temporary staff to fill the gap. The union says over the next 2 weeks, workers will vote on the new contract.
Ambulance provider AMR continues to make headlines here in the Portland metro area. Starting today, the fire chief in Washington County says he's changing the way his crews cover for AMR's well-documented slow response times. We've done a lot of reporting on this issue this year. Multnomah County recently decided to fine AMR for its slow response times, and now Washington County Fire Chief Jim Gearing says he's drawing the line because he says his firefighters are having to transport patients on a daily basis, and that is a job that the county is paying AMR to do.
Until we can see some really significant progress, we need to take some actions to ensure that we maintain the service and continuity right here in Forest Grove.
Pretty important note here, fire crews will still transport a patient when it's deemed necessary, but to create a separation from AMR, Washington County's fire chief says his departments are removing their trucks from the AMR tracking system. So that means when someone calls 911 in Washington County, AMR will no longer have the option to defer that call to fire crews.
And some big sports news to tell you about. Longtime Portland Timber and fan favorite Sebastian Blanco is leaving the team. His contract was up and the team confirmed he'll not return next season. The 35-year-old midfielder spent 7 years with the Timbers. He scored 41 regular season goals, which ranks among the Timbers' all-time leading goal scorers and is the 3rd most in the MLS era.
All right, time to turn our attention back to the weather. There's 2 kind of Rod Hills on the show.
Yeah.
There's Summer Rod, real laid back,
Chill.
real calm. Like, what am I doing today? No, I'm not really concerned. And then there's Winter Rod. Winter Rod is here today.
There's the pressure of remembering everything I'm trying to remember up here to get out to you. We begin with some snow in Camas. That started to fall just a little bit yesterday afternoon as the sun was going down. This is about the time we started to see the flakes falling in the gorge. You can see just the side of some snowflakes. I want to say, Jim, it's either Jim Vaught or Jim Voigt. I apologize for not knowing the pronunciation. They sent that in to us from Camas, so thank you for that. Now here's Timberline. This is more impressive. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What's temperature up there? 24 degrees. Timberline, so far 8 inches of new snow since it started to fall yesterday. Meadows has 7, and then Government Camp has 5. Winter storm warning up there today through tomorrow, and Chris McGinnis told you about the snow-covered roadways and all that winter traveling. All right, down low, temperatures, no issues. 43 Hillsborough, 45 Portland, 40 in Happy Valley. I say no issues here in the valley, no issues at the coast. 51 Story, issue yes in the gorge. There's that 30-degree temp in the Dows, and here's radar still showing snow. As far as I know, it's fairly widespread snow on the ground, but as far as I can tell and have seen, it's light accumulations of maybe anywhere from an inch to as much as 3 in some spots that have fallen. That will be warming up this morning and changing to rain in that 9 to 10 o'clock hour. Here's the steady rain. Notice the coast, you folks are about done with the steady rain starting to break up. This front is moving through. So this will be the wettest part of our day. In fact, our Futurecast model 8 o'clock this morning shows now we're getting back behind the front and rain starting to break up. Still snowing this morning in the gorge, and those snow rates could pick up and get alarming to some degree, but we're still going with 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. See the green? That is warming with the front coming through. That'll turn winds to the west. Your temperatures will bump up. All snow will change to rain, and then it will be all rain moving forward in the coming nights and days for you folks in the gorge. This shows some breaks this afternoon. Here's our third front coming in early tomorrow morning. Heavy, steady rain to start your Saturday. Then we'll look for some breaks behind that during the day. And then here's the next wave of moisture coming in Saturday evening, 9, 10 o'clock. This is high confidence that this will be the overall wettest part of your weekend. You wake up Sunday morning, we expect it to be really coming down. You're looking out, you're seeing puddles, you're seeing a mess. If you're driving around, you're seeing some ponding of water on roadways. And then that front takes much of the afternoon to move through. So the number one thing that forecasters are looking at this morning is how much rain are we going to get Saturday overnight and Sunday? Will that be enough to jump river levels and streams to some concerning levels? Don't have the answer to that. I'm just telling you we're looking at that. Here's rain totals for today, under 1/2 inch. By tomorrow, we're adding more than 1/2 inch, and then rain totals by the latter part of Sunday are up to that 2 inches plus category. We are going to be warming. 50 today, 46 tonight, 52 tomorrow, near 50 Sunday morning to 58. Then we're near 60 on Monday, Tuesday. Monday no longer is a rain break because a front that was coming in Wednesday is now coming in Tuesday, so that changes the timing. And we're pretty wet back there through Thursday. That's your forecast.